Welcome again for the recording, everyone. Our mission, Helping Parents Heal, is a nonprofit organization dedicated to assisting bereaved parents. Through support and resources offered, we aspire to help individuals become shining light parents, meaning a shift from a state of emotional heaviness to one of hopefulness and greater peace of mind. Helping Parents Heal goes a step beyond other groups by allowing the open discussion of spiritual experiences and afterlife evidence in a non-dogmatic way. Helping Parents Heal affiliate groups welcome everyone, regardless of religious or non-religious background, and encourage open dialogue. Attendance at this meeting is voluntary. We hope that participants will learn from and share with each other. Discussions here are confidential and not designed to replace traditional therapy or spiritual counseling. Helping Parents Heal offers a wide variety of speakers, allowing parents to learn about many possible ways to heal. This includes presenters covering progressive topics such as afterlife evidence and connecting with children who have passed. The views expressed by our guest speakers may or may not reflect the opinions of Helping Parents Heal leaders and members, so we ask that you take from their presentations whatever may benefit you personally.
Thank you so much, Lisa. And we're just so thrilled to have James Van Praagh here. He's someone that I think everyone has experienced on their healing journeys, and some of the things that he's written and the things that he does on television as well as on podcasts have helped so many people. He is hailed throughout the world as a pioneer of mediumship and considered one of the most widely recognized and accurate spiritual mediums working today. A survival evidence medium, he provides evidential proof of life after death through highly detailed messages from the spirit realm. For over 3 decades, James Van Praagh's messages have brought comfort and peace to millions. James Van Praagh is a #1 New York Times bestselling author of over a dozen international bestsellers, including Talking to Heaven, Reaching to Heaven, Healing Grief, Heaven and Earth, Growing Up in Heaven, The Power of Love, and many more. Currently, fans of James can tune in to his popular video podcast, Both Sides Now and Beyond, every Monday evening on the James Van Praagh YouTube channel and other social media platforms. James continues to share messages from the spirit world and assist people during their life journeys on stage and online during his Evenings of Spirit, which can be accessed through his website, www.vanpraagh.com. For more of James's special blend of warmth, wisdom, and spirituality, follow him on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And without further ado, please join me in welcoming James Van Praagh. Welcome, James.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Hi. Tonight I have a 9-month-old puppy by me too, so I have to get and help her. Forgive me for that. I thought I was explaining earlier to the ladies that I used to have a radio show on Hay House Radio, and every weekend I do readings for like over an hour. And I found the quickest way, the best way to get through as many people I tried to was just getting the information, who you want to contact, and the name. And from that point, I'm just go in and they start coming in. So I thought that'd be the good, instead of just running around trying to find things. Okay. So whenever you guys want, Elizabeth, I'm all ready.
Okay, I think we're ready to begin, right, Elizabeth?
Yes, we are.
We're all set.
I was immediately drawn to Nancy B. I'm going to ask Nancy B. to unmute, please.
Hello.
Hello, Nancy. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good, sweetheart. Who would you like to contact tonight?
My son, Phil,
Phil. And how old, please? Was he when he passed?
30.
30. Okay. And is there anything to do with a cup that you would know about? A coffee cup? Just some reference about a coffee cup. You use your coffee cup. He gave you a coffee cup, or something with his name on it, or something funny about a coffee cup.
Oh, I have a coffee cup with our last name on it.
Because I'm talking about this coffee cup, and he's laughing at me about that. He has a very good sense of humor. A
Yes.
little, I'd say the sick side, which is to me his greatest compliment possibly. Oh, you're such a sicko. You're that sort of a compliment, and I think that's the kind of person he is. And I think he's really, really a leader in a way, or a teacher in a way, if I can say that to you. I think that I don't know how he passes, but I do feel very quickly. I do feel like surprised and strangely out of it. I have to say it that way because it is very quick and very out of it. And my head is turned and I'm out of it. And before you know it, he's there. And
Yes.
can I just say to you, he just wants me to give everybody a feeling here, and this is for everyone in the room, that he's keep on screaming, there's no death. He's someone who, when he has a point of view, boy, he gets it right across. He gets it right across, and he either loves you or doesn't like it. There's no in between with this man. No in between with this man. He regrets not reading more. He wanted to read more, and he wants to get more education done. But he said, he's worked on it. He's been working on that, and he's really doing that. He keeps on talking about you, very proud of him, and you've heard of him before from other people. You've heard information, but you watch him. It's almost like he's climbing that mountain, that hill, but he's leading other people. He's also helping from behind the scenes, and I got to tell you, he's concerned about his father. So I don't know why, but there's connection with him and his dad. Is his dad passed, or his dad?
His dad has passed.
So I need to talk about that because he said he's worked with his father. He's been working with his dad, and it's very important you know that. And there's also someone in the spirit world named Joseph or a Joe. I've got to tell you that.
My grandfather, his
Okay.
grandfather.
Good. And I just want to give you that information too, because they're all screaming of a lot of people over there. There's a Marie or Mary too. There's a lot of different people over there, and Kathleen or someone. And I'm just giving a lot of love here to you. I just got to tell you, think of him as happy and big guy, and big in the inside, the light's very bright. And in a strange way, he said you knew this, and when he was very young, you had a feeling something was not going to go all the way. You knew something about him not living a long life or something.
He said that to me, actually.
He said that. Okay, so that's what he's going on about. And he said, but there is no death. He's screaming that, and he's with you. He kisses you. You kiss his picture still, and he knows that. And he knows that. I don't know if you still have like a little altar or a little thing for him, but
Yes.
he said he keeps on talking about mom. He's like, Mom, you need to change it up, Mom. Come on, Mom. And he's so funny. He's a dry wit, very good sense of humor. I'll leave with that, my friend. Okay.
Well, it's his birthday on the 28th, so thank you so much for this.
God bless
It's a
you.
hard time for me, so
God bless you. Would you please put we're having a meal, set a place for him there, please? And I know you will. You must have been thinking about that. You must have thought about that this week. And,
Yes, I did.
Okay, he's on about that. And I want you to put that coffee cup there, that mug, because it's so funny. I don't know why, but please do that for him.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Nancy. Thank you, sweetheart. Okay.
Thank you, James. That was a great connection. I would like to ask Mary Doyle to unmute, please. I'm drawn to you.
Hi.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, James.
Hi. Let's see. Do I see you or no? I don't see you.
I
Yeah,
don't
there
know.
you are. There you are. Hi, sweetheart. Okay. Yeah, you look familiar. Have I seen you? Met you before? No.
I don't think so.
Past life, perhaps. Okay. And Mary, and is that your husband next to you? Then your partner there. And what's your name,
Yes.
sir?
Steve.
Hi, Steve. Nice to meet you. And who am I reaching this evening, please?
Anna, our daughter, who we lost 13 months ago,
Okay. And was she in her 20s?
28.
28. Oh, so she was at her Saturn return, which is an exit point, by the way. It's called the Saturn return, and it's a major exit point, 28 to 31, major exit point. So look up Saturn return. You'll find it very interesting. It's a major growth period. I need to ask you, did Anna pass with somebody else, please?
With someone else?
Yes, with someone else with her. Or was someone
No.
else, would you be aware of somebody else around, a friend of hers, or someone who passes around this time period, or someone else in a very strange way passes at that time? Because she said she passed with somebody else around her, or either right after or right before, someone else over there. You can't place that?
And
Anyone
there
of the
was
relatives?
there was somebody in her
Class
work.
or something. Okay, so work there. Because I know that she keeps on, but I was with someone else when this happened, or it was, and we were helped together when we got here. We were helped together. I got to tell you that with this, again, I feel there's a sense here, Mary and Steve, of a sense of surprise with her. She feels very surprised when she's out of the body. I feel like she lives a full life I got to tell you, she lives a full life. She lives every moment of life. I can say it that way. She's a effervescent, ongoing. She wants to dance. Okay, so I want to dance. Do you understand her about wanting to dance?
Well, she's an actress, and so
Okay.
she did dance on
Well,
stage.
she's twirling for me here, so
Yeah.
she's expressing herself, and she's just. And I want to tell you, she's doing singing. She's getting her singing together. She really always wanted to, and she's able to. I need to tell you that. I want to learn about reading music. She's doing something with music as well. She wants to learn music or learn how to read music. I don't think she had that opportunity down here, did she? About learning how to read music. Did she not have that opportunity?
She did learn music at a young age, so
Okay.
that's maybe
She
why.
wants me to tell you she's working with music and learning more about music. Very interesting. And reading music in a different way. And she's talking about the word transcendence. Now, isn't that interesting? Transcendence. I'm also going to tell you that she wants me to talk about her going away somewhere before she passes over. There must have been some kind of trip or plans of travel. Does that make sense?
She wanted to. She wanted to go to Ireland.
I was going to say Europe. I was going to say Europe. I was going to say, right. I was going to say Europe. And it's almost like she had it all planned in her head. It really did. And I feel like she had dreams about this in her head. At night, she would go to sleep, but she'd have dreams of her traveling. And she might have even said to you, I dreamt that I was in Europe. I dreamt that I was in Ireland. I dreamt that I was there. And I know that you have a lot of loved ones over there. I know you do. I know the whole Irish clan is coming in here. So, and I think also, Steve, did your dad pass over?
Oh, yeah, quite a few years ago.
Oh, he's a lovely soul. What? And is there? I know it's Irish, but is there a Murphy somewhere?
Yes, my sister is married to a Murphy.
There's a Murphy behind with the name Murphy. You have a very good. I got to tell you, Steve, your father and the people over there. Is your mom also passed over?
Oh, yeah.
She's a card. She is a card. She's coming to your right side. She's a laugh. She's a great sense of humor. Your family has a great sense of humor. They really, really do. And they're just telling me to let you know there's a Michael over there as well. There's a Pat or something with a Pat name. There's a lot of animals over here. There's all about East Coast, and they're all over the place. I mean, they're big, big family. I got to tell you, there must have been family reunions when you were a young boy as well. There must have been the family got together for a reunion or gathering once a year. Isn't that right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Because I know your mom wants me to talk about that. I know that Anna is just love, 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 love. I need to ask you, do you have Mary her picture around a chain with a picture around some picture of her? Can you wear it? Is it a chain as well, please? Okay.
I have a pendant I gave her on a chain.
Perfect. Well, she's mentioning that to tell you that, please. And she talks about everything so nice in the shelves, some kind of shelves you have. You set these beautiful shelves up with her picture and shelves, and it's like 3 different shelves, you see. And I like that. But hold on, they're all talking at once, your whole family. Steve, when you were younger, I don't know what this makes sense. Was there a bowling alley or bowling you used to go? You guys used to go to bowling, or did Anna go bowling? Was there anything to do with bowling?
When I was a boy, 10, 12, 11 years old, bowling was part of life,
You used to hang at the bowling league or the bowling lanes or something like this.
You'd use your paper route money once in a while to go bowling.
Okay. And there's a Robert. Like I said, there's all these different people here. Mary, I want to ask you, do you have a brother also living? Is there a connection with you and your brother? Like you're not getting along, or there was an argument or something's going on with him? Because your daughter's telling me that you need to be closer to him. And I got to tell you that. So whatever that means to you, I know that something needs to be worked out with him, or you need to be the bigger person, or you need to teach him. Okay. And I think that your daughter is so beautiful. I do think. And how long ago has this been, the journey you've been on?
Just over a year.
Okay, that's fine. So she's getting used to all this, and you're getting all used to this. It's a whole new world for you guys. And as people on this page will tell you, it's an incredible journey. It's an incredible learning journey. And I do believe that your daughter's going to show up in photographs. And it sounds very strange, but you've heard of orbs in photos. You'll see orbs, and she's working on that. I've done it already, but there's definitely something there. She's going to be working with the kids as well, children. She wants me to tell you, she's going to be working with children, and it's very creative. And I'm going to leave you with that. Okay. All right. Thank you, Mary and Steve.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. Thank you, James. Nella Bettleman. Yes. Are you muted?
Hello.
Oops, how do I, sorry, I pinned her. I don't know how to, for spotlight, should I do spotlight?
Try anything.
Yeah,
Do you
put
see
a,
me?
put a
Do you
pin-
hear me?
spotlight on her if you can. There we
Okay,
go.
there we
Oh,
go.
there we go. Hi, sweetheart.
Hi.
Your name is Nella?
Yep.
Hi, Nella. Where are you living these days?
Toronto, Canada.
Toronto, Canada. And Nella, who would you like to contact?
My kids.
Okay, and who first?
Doesn't matter.
Are there many of them? Are there 2 of them or 3 of them?
Yeah.
And can you give me the names, please?
Oh, Alan and Zev.
Is that 2 boys?
Yep.
Like, did they die separately though?
Yep.
Okay, because they're helping each other out. This has been a while, hasn't it? It's been a while ago.
No.
Was it about a year ago? 2 years ago?
No.
Well, how long ago was this?
Less than a year.
Less than a year. Wow. I need to ask: was there anything to do with any substance abuse, alcohol or drugs, or anything like this?
Maybe one.
Well, I'm just going to say the feeling I get here. I'm not sure which one, but one of them I feel that there's some kind of an addiction or a substance abuse, something going on there. Okay, so I need to let you know that, and I don't know which one it is, but they're both here. But they also, did they have girlfriends? Okay, I need to talk about girlfriends, some strange reason, but something about girlfriends. I don't know what that means. Yeah. Yeah, and are you looking at their photographs right now in front of you on a dresser?
No.
No, where are their photographs? Are they right around you?
I have one here, but it's covered.
It's covered. Okay, okay. Well, they're trying to get through to you, so you know that, right? They're trying to get to you. Well, they are. They're trying to get to you. I know it's a hard situation because it's unexpected, isn't it? It's unexpected and it seems unnatural. And we have to remember that sometimes the soul's journey, this is our school for the souls here, this earth. And sometimes the classes only need to be 10 years or 20 years or 100 years. So we got to measure from the soul experience, not the physical. So I need to say that to you. And I just got to tell you, I don't know why, but one of them feels they're being responsible for their passing. So I got to say that to you, okay? And he wants to say he's sorry, and he has some regrets, but he understands things better. He doesn't want you to blame yourself, and you tend to do that, and you need to stop that. And your father's telling me that as well. You need to stop doing that. Were you raised Catholic?
I'm sorry?
Were you raised Catholic?
No,
No? Were you raised any religion?
not really.
Not really. Okay. I don't know. I'm just seeing Catholic around you. I'm seeing a church around you, and I'm seeing something about Catholic here. Okay. Yeah. I know it's very hard for you, sweetheart. It's very, very hard. What do you want to ask them?
Actually, you want to ask the other one. The one that was very sick, got sick.
I can't understand you. I'm sorry.
You told me about one guy, about one son. What about the other one? You didn't say anything about the other son.
The one that took his life, the one guy.
No, I didn't have anybody who took his life.
Okay.
The one that got sick.
Okay. I'm not getting a really strong connection. I'm just not. I'm sorry. I wish I could, but I got to be honest with you, Nella. I'm just not getting maybe it's a little early for you and for them, but I got to tell you also that it's very, very hard sometimes when the parent is so distraught. It's like a cloud, and it's hard for them to get in that way. You see. So you have to remember, as time goes by, it'll be easier. I want you to pay attention more to your dreams, please. And can you loosen up your mind a little bit? If you can loosen up your mind, you can let them in. But sometimes it's so depressed, so down, which is normal, it's natural. But when it's harder when someone's like that in the beginning. But they're okay, they're alive, they're not dead. They're not dead. I know you're questioning that, but there is no death. There really isn't. I promise you, as I promise you for all of us, there's no death. You can't kill energy. One more thing. Did you separate from the father?
No,
No, you're still together with him? Okay. He needs some help. So would you please, they want to give love to the dad. Okay. So I don't know if you're not speaking with him or what's going on there, but they want him to be, they want him to know that they love him.
is there anybody else? Because around that time, we had two other family members. that
That's all I get for now, sweetheart. I'm gonna move on, okay?
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
sure.
Okay,
Thank
Nella,
you.
thank you.
Thank you. I would like to ask Darren to please unmute.
Put it back, put it back. I have an 8-month-old puppy here, so I have to, okay. And as we talk about, it's just interesting for her to know the way this works is that the spirit world, for me, I would say it's a 3-way connection. We have the medium who's ready, and we have the spirit people who really want to come. And then there's the receiver, and we all have to be open to it. And that's how the connections are made. Yeah. Okay. Who's next? I see Darren. And
We have Darren.
we see Darren, but there's a girl or a lady next to Darren.
Yeah, Alicia, I'm his wife.
Hi, Alicia. I thought you were his daughter, Alicia.
Hey.
Hey!
I'm 52, so thank you for that.
Wow. What's your secret? Nice. You're very nice people. Where are you from?
Arizona,
Arizona. Oh, okay. So great. And who do you want to contact tonight? Your son passed over?
our son, yes.
Yeah. Okay. And what was his name?
Porter,
Porter. Okay. And how old was he?
15.
Okay. I was going to say 16, but okay.
He's 16,
He's 16
now.
now.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was going to say 16. I love him. I love that you guys have him. I love that he's with you. I love that you're open-minded. I love that it's just great. He's very, very excited to be here. And he's trying to be cool, but he's jumping up and down. So I can tell you that. He's trying to be cool, but he's jumping up and down. And he's talking about how things are swirling around. Would you have any memory of him in a Halloween costume when he was younger as some kind of a superhero with a cape?
Not a cape, but he was Captain America once.
Captain America, that's a superhero for me. So I know that he loves that, and he's laughing about that. I want to climb a mountain. He's climbing the mountains. He's going hiking. He's here I am at the top of the mountain, and I want to get the memory of the bikes and taking the bike rides and going to the mountain. And he's really talking about how he has such a great time. I'm gonna get up there first. Oh, I'm gonna get down here first. And this competition thing with you guys riding in the bike.
Yes.
And he's so happy about that. I know. Did you have cremated? Was he cremated, please?
Yes.
And didn't you spread his ashes out? Put them out. Was it out in nature, or you thought? Wait, didn't you think about maybe we should put some outside in nature?
We brought some with us to Costa Rica and spread on the beach. And we are currently in New York City, and we will be sprinkling some of his ashes at Yankee Stadium. It was his favorite team.
Yankee hat, Yankee cap.
We have him with us.
First, great, and you have his Yankee cap.
Yes, he had a Yankee cap.
You have it now, don't you?
We gave it to one of his best friends.
Okay, but he loves that you have that. I almost don't lay down, girl. Sorry, my puppy. He wants to talk about. Did you? Yes, I understand. It was phone. You have his phone, don't you?
Yes.
His phone, because I know you tried getting into my phone. He was watching you. He's so cool. He's probably so cool, but yet he's so happy and joyful and up in the air and going crazy that he's gotten through. But he's so cool, calm, and collected. It's like, you know what I mean? He's trying to find that air, but he's really. And doesn't he have a sister, please?
A brother.
We have a brother, okay, living, right? Okay. And I don't know, but he wants me to give love to him, and he really wants me to tell. He's. I understand that. Yes, I don't know if is he going through school? Is he going through a school of some kind? Because he's helping him in school. He goes, ha ha ha. Great sense of humor. I mean, really fun sense of humor. But there's this competition between them two, and he's helping his brother out with some tests that will be coming up, or some kind of grading, or something that'll be coming up professionally. He's going to do very, very well professionally. He has good head and shoulders. I wouldn't tell him that in person, he says, but he's going on. You know, that's his personality here. I like fishing. I like the water. I like nature. I love. I understand that. I got you. Would you understand about parasailing? Did you ever want to go parasailing? Was there ever talk about wanting to go parasailing?
No, but he did he loved ski-doos. What are those called?
Okay,
you know,
on the water. The water. I like that, but I like parasailing. If you guys come across parasailing wherever you go in your journeys, he's guiding you there. I just gotta say that to you.
Hmm,
It's
okay.
so cool. I think this kid would have had a boat, like a sailboat or something, when he grows up, or this sort of thing. Dad, he loves you, and I'm gonna say, Darren, to you, Darren. I'm gonna cry. He's thinking you are the greatest dad because he said you were emotional. You opened your emotions. You can close your emotions. You expressed yourself. And he said, Dad, not a lot of guys do that. And I want to thank you, my dad.
Yeah.
Now, would you ever have had, or Darren, in your world here, in this life, like I don't know, sometimes after a meal, somebody has a little course, you have a shot of something, some buka or something, and there's a cigar. Do you ever have a cigar?
No.
No. Do you remember? Never have a cigar. Okay. I want a cigar. And I don't know why I wanted a cigar, but I wanted it's almost like I'm proud and there's a cigar there. Was your father still living, Darren?
He is not.
He is not. Would you know if your father would have anything to do with doing that sort of thing with a cigar, a celebration of something, and having a shot of something? Oh yeah.
Well, when I was younger, possibly yes.
Okay, please keep that and ask, because it asks him. And March is significant here. I don't know why the month of March is very significant, but I'm being told about March. Okay, and I want to be told about there's a movement coming for you guys next year. There's like moves. I don't know if you have 2 places of living or you're going to, but there's movement coming for you. There's some great things that way. And your boy is so proud of you. And I got to tell you, he's just so proud how you've going through this and how you're coming out. You're coming out of it. You're going to help people. And he's said to everybody in the room, your kids, your people, not only kids, but your people are all around you. So he's just acknowledging that. So one more thing, Darren. Do you have his photograph in your wallet?
I have it on my phone.
On your phone. I want something in a wallet, and I want something in a sun visor, or had that on there.
He has we had a custom made car air freshener with Porter's face on it that's hanging from the visor.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay, is that funny? Wow.
And it's a funny picture of Porter making a funny face.
Oh, he's such a great sense of humor. I mean, you're a great family. We're a great family. And I'm going to tell you something that you may have heard this before, and this is helping everybody here, I hope. That I believe in spirit, and with us, when we're in this human form, we're on stage, if you will. But then when their part's done, they go behind stage, and they help like a stagehand behind that and make things happen. And I think that this young man is doing that. I know you said 16, but I feel much older than my age, you see, because I feel very old soul, and I know that he's helping make things happen. And you tell his brother, please. Did he ever want to go skateboarding or on this, what do you call it? Skateboard? Did you ever go skateboarding? Did you have a skateboard?
Yeah.
Okay, just put that in my head, the skateboard, and he's pinching his brother, and tell him that he's helping him out in life. And I can go on forever, but thank you very much, and I'll leave you with that. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Such wonderful connections, James. Sarah Olson, please.
Hi.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
How are you tonight?
Good.
Good. And where do you live, Sarah?
In Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Oh, it must be freezing.
It is. That's
Poor baby. I have some friends in Wisconsin right now, and they said it's just awful. Sarah, and I've never been to that part of the world, believe it or not. I've never been to Milwaukee. And who would you like to speak to tonight? Is your
my son.
What's his name?
Elijah.
And how old is he when he passes, please?
17.
Okay. Can I just ask you that I don't feel wow. For some reason I don't feel like this was supposed to happen. I know, and I do believe that there are destiny points, and we have free will, and we have free choice. But I know when he comes close to you, and he's right there on the left side, very close, you feel him every day. You feel him every day.
I do.
Did you just get some flowers sent to you, or a gift of flowers or something?
I got a gift last night. It wasn't flowers, it was a cake.
I don't know what kind of flowers are going to be made. Poinsettias or Christmas. There's something of flowers he said is going to be from him. It's going to be from him.
Okay.
And go on. He just wants me to, he's been dealing with this sense of he doesn't feel he should have gone that way or gone the way he did. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's kind of taken responsibility in many ways of his choices that he made. And I feel that he could have been a little up and down in his emotional self, you see. And
Yes.
he never really felt like he fit in when he was younger. He never felt like he fit in. He never felt as if he belonged, if I could say that to you. He always
Right.
feels like the outsider looking in.
Yes.
And I know, we probably all of us know about that. Yes, that's very true. Because I think in some way he's, I gotta put this to you and make this sense. I don't want to say on the spectrum, but I want to say there's something beyond this world. He's very intelligent,
Yes.
very bright, and almost too bright for this place. As I say it that
Yeah.
way. And that's his thing. It's, it's a
Yeah.
double-edged sword here. He's a whiz kid. He's a whiz. And he's going to do good, Mom. I'm going to do good, Mom. My mother understands me more than anybody, he said. So
Yeah.
you understand him more than anybody. We had little secrets together. He had little secrets with you. And he keeps some little letters he gave you, like little letters folded up, give you these little letters. And he'd give these folded letters with his handwriting. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. And I know that he's so happy you have his handwriting. He's so happy you have that. He's so happy you have some drawings or art like this as well, because I love that. I know that I'm going to be doing more art over here. I know that he loves colors, and he's telling me that he's textualizing. He's the textures of the colors, and he's really getting into that. And I know that he comes from an artistic background. I know, Sarah, you must be very creative in your own self, because I know that he said he gets such a lot from you see. And where my mother, oh, really? He said, where my mother stopped, I began. It's interesting. So where you stopped, you began. So you stopped some creative work you were doing, and he's continuing that on the other side. I hope that makes sense to you. But
Okay.
and he's going to paint as well. It's from paint. He's painting, and he's going to do all this beautiful painting. He's telling me. One more thing. Did you write a poem to him after he passed? A letter or a poem, or do a journal thing for him, please?
Yes.
Okay, because he said he got that. He loves that. And he talks about the stars. And he said the reference to the stars, there was a reference to the stars. And he said that was my favorite part.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes. Yes. Oh.
Sarah, you're adorable, and he's adorable.
Thank you.
And, Merry Christmas to you. Okay?
Thank you.
God
Thank
bless
you so much.
Okay,
Thanks.
Sarah.
Thank you, James. Such beautiful readings. Next one, I can feel myself. Joy.
Okay, then go right ahead. Please.
No. I'm just saying this. Joy, please unmute.
You can jump on anytime. Yes.
No, James. I'm just saying I feel the love. Just
Oh yeah.
Joy's child, please.
No, but the whole room is full of love. I got to say, this whole room is beautiful.
Hi, James.
Joy, how are you, sweetheart?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. I'm just trying to get your picture on my screen so I can see yourself. Okay. Oh, here we go. Technology.
Oh my God.
So, Joy, where are you from?
I am in California.
Okay. And for some reason, I don't have your picture, but that's okay.
Oh.
And who do you want to contact this evening, Joy?
My son Josh is 17 years old. He was 17.
Was Josh ever into sports or bicycle or this sort of things? I get sports with him.
Sports.
I
Yes.
get competition, sports, uniforms. I'm faster than anybody. He's raised like this. He's raised with sports. He's basketball or some kind of, sports. He's just a sports guy. I gotta say.
Yes.
That's how I describe him. And I want to go to games. I like to score. Did he ever golf?
No, but my family is a golf family. But he
I gotta
did.
say, there's all this golfing around me now.
Yeah. My dad
Okay.
in spirit, he was a great golfer.
There you go. So your father's with him, and the golfing, he's going to teach him golf.
No.
Okay. And I know you must have trophies of this boy, of
Yes.
Josh. You have trophies of his. He's telling me you have winning trophies and ribbons and all this stuff of his, and you have a
Yes.
box of his things. He said box of all of his sports stuff. But he's talking about, Mom, what good is it if you can't use it? That's what he's saying. Mom, what good is it if you can't use it?
Yeah.
I got to ask you, how old was he when he passed over?
17.
Okay. The reason why I asked him, I shouldn't have asked you, but I had to ask you this because I feel when, oh, you said at the beginning, I do feel with him. He's a lovely, lovely lad, lovely gentleman, gentleman. He knows to put the
Yes.
charm on. Oh boy, he knows how to put that charm
Yeah.
on. And that sweet face of his, and look at those eyes. My goodness, he's a charmer. And there was a time at this time, he was thinking about going away, maybe to college or university. There was a whole bit of talk about that.
Yes.
And a decision, a choice about where should I go? Should I go
Yes.
close to home or should I go far away? And wasn't
Yes.
there also, he talks about something, he wanted to get a scholarship, some kind of a scholarship. You understand
Yes.
that? Or a partial scholarship he's going on about. I just go, his passing seems very fast to me, Joy. I don't feel he lingers. I don't feel it was a long illness. I feel it was fast. Would that make
Yeah.
sense?
That makes sense. Yes.
I want to say to you, and he's saying this to you and everybody, because I think Josh is a natural born teacher as well. And I think he's a healer with those eyes of his. He's a healer. And
Beautiful eyes.
he's a
Yeah.
real sensitive, empathic person, see? Very sensitive, empathic person. And he doesn't want to show that too sensitive a side because macho and all that stuff, but he's a really sweet kid, guy. And he's going to help people. He wants you to know he's going to help people. Very proud. I can't even put words how much he loves you. Can't put it into words. And is his father somewhere else?
His father is here in California, but we
But
don't
not the
really.
same place you are, right? In a different
No.
city or something? Are you
Yes.
separated or something? Or not together?
We're divorced.
Good, fine, good. Love that. That's good. I love divorce. Because the soul's got to learn, the soul's got to learn. And I've been
Right.
through them. But I just want, if you still talk to his father, don't you?
No.
Not really. Okay. But for some reason, he wants you to bring dad or get a message to his father. And I think you will when the time is right, because he's been working on that. Go on.
Okay.
Yes. And tell my dad I love him, please. I didn't tell him enough in life. And wow. Okay. Okay. See, they throw concepts in my head. And he said, my dad didn't talk to me for a while. My dad didn't
Yes.
talk to me for a while. And he said, please tell my dad I forgive him. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Because dad is really upset about not speaking to him. He passes. And he wants dad to know, I love him and I forgive him. He's nothing to worry. Please don't hold that. Please don't hold that. He doesn't want him to do that. He understands it. Again, he's a wise soul. He's a healer.
Yes.
And I know that you have his school stuff. He talks about all of his school things. I know you do. There must be a little boy. There must be another little boy in the family.
Yes.
Little
Is his
boy.
yeah,
Nephew
his half brother with his dad.
Okay. And how old is he? About 10 or 9? Or
He's about 10 or 11.
okay. Because some reason he wants me to give some of his stuff. Josh wants some of his things to go to him. He wants you to give him some of his things. I got to
I
say that
have.
to you. Good.
Yes, I
And
have
some
them.
more.
I
Some
have
more.
them.
And there's a headband he wants you to give to him.
He has a couple. Yeah.
And the headbands. He's talking about the headbands. Isn't that
Yeah.
funny? I love
Yeah.
the headband thing. It's great. I know that. And I just one more thing, Joy, because I love your name and you're joyful. You really
Thank
are.
you.
And I
Thank
got to
you.
tell you, I mentioned this earlier in the room that I heard this morning. I wrote it down. It's through sacrifices we become more compassionate, and I do believe that. And I think that this journey you're on is going to help many people because of you.
Thank you.
It's going to the rippling effect of his life, and I think you might write about it. You might write about it. I think you told me you were thinking about writing something about his life.
I wrote I was writing a book during COVID because I grew up in Africa and I wanted him to have like all my favorite memories in the book, and I was writing it and I was even scared to call it a book, and he said, Mom, when you're done, you need to publish it.
Yeah.
And I've been so broken the last 6 months since I lost him, but I took the first chapter, I made it a short story, and I was going to publish it tomorrow, the 23rd, because that was his jersey number. And I said, I'm going to publish this short story for him tomorrow. And if that's all I do this Christmas, that's it. And then I was thinking like at some point I have to write about him, but I can't bring myself to do it right now. But it
Okay.
is on my mind. It is on my
Okay.
mind. I'm so
Okay.
glad he acknowledged that.
Just validation, Joy, and Joy also. I will help you if you need writing to publishers. If I can help you, I'd be more than happy to. But I'm going to say as well, because he's talking to me about dreams, and he said there's a lot of wisdom in the dreams, and the book he's given me, or the writings, will be some of the dream world and tradition and rituals and dream world and life and happiness. I hope that makes
Okay.
sense to you.
I have a lot of dreams. Yeah, I
Okay.
write them down every day. I have a lot of
Butterflies are free. Your butterflies, he's talking about butterflies, and he's
Yes.
with the butterflies. I got to tell you, butterflies are free. He mentions that name of that movie, Butterflies, and he said butterflies will be all part of that. So there
He
you go.
sent me this butterfly in my dream the other day.
There you go.
And I had to find it online because it was a blue turquoise color, and this is what he gave me in my dream the other day.
Okay, I can do one better. I wrote a book called Helping Parents Heal, and one of the photos used was that exact butterfly.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Isn't that weird? Isn't that amazing? Really?
I gotta get it.
Yeah. Well, I can send you one if you want me to. I just tell Elizabeth or get
I
me your.
would love that. I
Okay,
would love that.
I'll leave it at that, Joy.
Thank you so much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. I'm loving this. Aren't we all loving this? Thank you,
It's
James.
fun. Yeah.
Lisa Medina, please.
Hello.
Hello, Lisa.
Hi.
Hi, Lisa. Aren't you pretty?
Oh, thanks.
Sure. And where do you live, Lisa?
Virginia,
What part of Virginia?
Northern Virginia,
What city? Like Richmond or
Stafford.
Stafford? Okay. I've always wanted to go there. I think past life in Virginia, no doubt about it, but I've never been. Isn't that funny? Okay. And who can I contact tonight for you? Who can I attempt to contact?
My sister,
And what's her name?
Leanne.
Leanne. Okay. And was she older when she passes over?
Older than me,
Was she in her 30s when she passes, or 20s?
26.
26. Okay. Well, in the 20s or 30s, I'm sure. But go on. She's here. She's loud.
Yeah.
She's loud. Let me just tell you. As she comes into my mind, she takes up that. It's funny how they describe these things. Each spirit describes it very, very differently because, of course, we're all different personalities. But she takes up space in my mind, and it's loud. It's like it's her show now. She's been waiting, and it's my turn to talk. And that's who she is and how she is. I know you have some of my clothes, so you have some of her clothes still. You have her shirts, you have some pants, some things never returned. You have some of her jewelry. There are some earrings there. She has all this stuff. And you what? Oh, is that right? And you must have some of her cosmetic stuff, right? Do you have some cosmetic stuff of hers, like her brush and something, and an eyeliner or something like this?
I don't, but my mother does, and I do have some of her body sprays.
Okay, so I want you to look for that brush for some reason, because she's talking about the brush, and she wants you to have it. And I know, and this comes in a lot when I'm doing messages, they talk about this, and she's mentioning that there's her hair is pieces of her hair on there. She wants you to have it. She's still with you. She's your best friend, and she still is your best friend. And you keep on saying, "Why'd you have to go? Why'd you have to go? Why'd you have to go?" She goes, "Okay, I heard it enough. Okay, I heard it enough." She's saying it to me. But you must have felt her next to you on the bed. You must have felt her hug you or give you a kiss. But she says, it's me. And I know that you look at her picture all the time. Is it at your office, or is there a desk at your office when you're sitting at the desk?
I have a built-in shelf by my fireplace.
Okay.
So that's the one I always see. Like it's, I have to see it if I even look at the TV.
And do you have a lounger that you can lay back and watch television? Or on the sofa?
No, it's a sectional. So there is, I get kinda.
Can you put your legs up, in other words, is what I'm asking?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because the reason why I asked, she shows me laying back with the legs up. And
yep, it's right near there.
Okay.
Yep.
And is there brick in the room anywhere? Or one of the walls brick of some kind? Or stone?
No, it's a built-in shelves and then a stone fireplace.
Stone,
like tile fireplace.
Okay, I'm not what I got, but that's right. It's okay. Yes. She what? I understand that. And was she please? Would she be ill before she passes over?
No.
No. Okay. I don't know who was ill around the time of her passing. Who in the family was ill, or someone was sick, but she said someone was. She's also she's separating herself from her passing. I don't know what she wants to do, but she wants to separate herself. I don't know what that means, but do you understand what that means? She doesn't want to remember it. She doesn't want to get into it.
She died by suicide, so yeah.
I figured that. I figured
yeah.
But she doesn't want to get into it because to her it doesn't matter. She just doesn't matter. And she said, yeah. Do you know she was also experimented with drugs before this? Ecstasy or anything like that?
No, not that I know of.
Okay. I would be a bit surprised if she has friends that she's give me this whole dancing thing and around people like this. Yeah, I understand that. She's talking about she loves you very much, and she's sorry she hurt you. She's sorry she hurt you. I think that she was a very emotional girl on this. It was a very emotional, and she couldn't sometimes. I feel Leanne, and I don't know if you called her Lee, but she said my emotions weren't together. She was emotionally wasn't integrated, if I put it that way. And
Yeah.
I feel like she kept the hurts from way past. She kept them alive, and I feel that. And would you know if there was some kind of a breakup that she had to go through?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because she gives me a sense here that there was some kind of a breakup or a boyfriend, a breakup, and it shocked her. It got her. It got her. Now, I know that she said to me, oh, come on, give me more. You want to, yes, you want the old pictures. You had pictures made up of her, too. She said after she passed, there were some photos you wanted duplicated or something like this. Isn't that right?
Yeah, there's been lots of photos.
Was there a memorial with pictures all around? Was there a board with
Yes.
pictures of her? A board with all the pictures of the memorial she's talking about. And I also want you to have a bracelet of hers.
No bracelet, earrings.
I know the earrings. I got the earrings, but I want a bracelet, a small bracelet of some tiny thing. I don't know if mom.
Oh, I have a bracelet with her name on it.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But I know that she really wants me to bring that to you, and that she's there with you all the time with that. I don't know why, but well, she's giving me a single rose to give you. Single rose. You understand that? And
kind of
Okay, and I give you a rose, and I don't know if you're going to have a pin with a rose, but a single rose is something like a sign for you with her. She wants me to tell you that. Okay.
Okay.
And is there a little puppy dog or a doggy around you?
I have a dog, and she was really close to my mom's dog.
Okay.
Our mom's.
Is there a dog that passed over, please?
Oh yes, yeah.
Because I know she has a dog with me here, but the dog hopping up on me here, and mine's sitting over there. But this dog she has, and she loves this dog.
Oh, she loves,
And she's just hugging it, and she's everything's expression with her creative expression. And I'm going to tell you something. She wants to thank you, Lisa, for helping her pass over. So helping her, because you really did send out positive thoughts, and you sent out love. And of course, it was, why'd you do this? We had to go through that, but you also were quick to say, I love you. And when someone does that, many times, not every instance in suicides, but there are moments where sometimes when they get out of the body and they look back, there is some regret, and they have a hard time forgiving themselves in some cases. And I know with your sister, she felt like that, but your love and prayers were sent to her. She felt that love, and that in a way helps them to heal quicker. Okay, and you did that for her, so she wants to thank you for that. Okay.
Yeah.
And you must have shared a bedroom when you were young girls.
I'm one of three girls. Her and my other sister shared a bedroom together. I was the oldest, so I got my own room.
I see twin beds, and I'm seeing posters, like 70s posters all over the room. And
they shared a room.
Okay, and give her love to her. Okay, so I'll leave you with that. Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you so much.
Happy holidays. Okay, sweetie.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Elizabeth and Irene, I'm very glad you trust me. This next one, I'm going to ask Mark Ireland to unmute, please.
This isn't fair to the others, but someone must be pushing through.
Indeed.
Hi, Mark. Okay, and I know your son passed. Is that right? So
right.
And what is his name?
Brandon.
Brandon. Okay. And Mark, I know I just got to say what I'm just going to get here from him, because I know you've had communication with him before. He said this is not his first time, and you've done something, many things probably in his name, haven't you? Memorials in his name in honor of.
Yeah, a number of things.
Okay,
definitely.
Because he's in honor of, and he's crying. He's crying. He's crying. He's very proud of. He's so proud of him. I'm so proud of my dad. Wow. I want to also ask you: did he ever go bicycle riding with you?
I think so.
Did you ever go hiking or in the mountains or the hikes or anything like that?
Yeah, hiking for sure.
Is this Arizona that I'm at still?
Correct.
Because it was really like the Red Rock or this sort of thing, and I'm there, and go on. And did you ever do something with, I don't know if it's with him. I know your dad's right behind me. I can't get off course here, but your dad's proud, really proud of you. Very, very proud of you. And he said it's taken many years to make this all happen. And time is an illusion. He keeps talking about time illusion. There's another book coming through. So I don't know if you've been doing another bookmark, but there's another book coming through to you. So you should be, because your son is helping you write the book.
Yeah, I'm working on one now, but I've got another one that's going to be published in the fall. It's a reissue of one I did earlier, but it's expanded and re-edited, but I'm working on a new one now.
Yeah, the new one, he's working with a new one. It's not the other one. It's this new one. And your son Brandon is part of that. I mean, a big part of that. And it's a big chunk of your, he's honored that he's helping you to help people grow and to learn. And he said it's a mission. Isn't it interesting? He said, we don't know things until we come over here. We don't know things to come over here. He said the full pictures of things. Would he have liked to have read books?
He was not a big reader of books as a kid. You know, he was more into activity and things, but he was pretty sharp.
Let me get what he's on then about. Would there be a bookcase in your place you are with his photograph at the book in the bookcase, or right?
Behind me.
Behind you. I can't see photos. But
Yeah.
he talks about a picture in a bookcase. I was like, why is there my books then? He goes, my picture's there. It's like, okay. And I understand that. I don't know if you're going to travel to New York or he's going to travel with your work or this organization, but I know that you're going to. And I know that he's going to help you with that. He's going to help you with that. And I know that's going to touch more hearts, he said. I understand that. Slow down. And do you have to go get glasses? Do you have to get your eyes checked? Or was there you just finished getting your eyes checked?
I just did, yeah, and I got some new glasses.
Okay, yeah. Him and your dad brought that thought in my mind here. And yes. And who in the family broke their arm at one point?
His brother, Stephen.
It was a big deal about breaking an arm was broken or something. And I got to say that too. And he I know you've heard from before communication, but I just got to say, because each medium is different. After he passes over, I don't know if you had the thought of, I didn't spend enough time with him, but he said you did, and he doesn't want you to hold on to that about not spending enough time with him. I hope you understand that, because that's your own stuff, not him. Get that? All right.
Yeah, I haven't dwelled on that. It's popped into my head a few times, but I know that's not really the truth. So that's cool.
And you're very much a healer, Mark. You know that your father's very proud of you, and your father's he said he's very proud of you because you're going to bring the work even to another level, and he's very proud. He's proud. I'm proud of my son. And did your mother pass over as well?
Yes.
Because she was on my left side here, and she wants to see what's going on, and she's looking, and she's just staring at me with her eyes. Who are you? And this sort of thing, just interesting. She says, oh, we're all fine over here. We're all fine. There must be some of her sisters in the spirit world. Is that right?
All of them.
Yeah, I see two sisters with her. She might have more, but there are two particular ones, and they're very much nosy buddies, or if you could say like that, busy buddies, or want to see what's going on, and they're looking all around, this sort of thing. And I just got to say, I keep on saying numbers with you. I don't know why, but I don't know if you have a financial background or there's numbers around you, but I don't know why, but they're talking about this. And there's a lot of, they keep on telling me some French with you, something to do with French. So I don't know if your book's going to be coming in French or something with French coming in, but there's a lot of things about something about France or French. Do you understand that?
Well, Elizabeth speaks French, and I've worked on French for a few years. I'm not as fluent as she is. My vocabulary is much smaller, but I like to work on it.
There's something coming up with French, so I've got to say that too, and it's something significant. I don't know when your books are going to be translated to French, something like this with that level.
C'est très bien.
Yeah, and you must have redone some new. Oh, thank you. I don't know if you have I know you have a website, but did you just redo the website with your son, or something with the photos, or something with a website for him?
Actually, I didn't redo my regular author website or his website, but I put up a new website for music that I just put together.
That's it. It's because it's a new website, and he's helping you with that. He's helping you with that. Who played guitar? Who likes the guitar?
That's me.
Okay.
I went to the studio and recorded some songs, and they're published now.
And you don't do it by yourself. You know that, of course.
No, I know that.
Because I know him, and your father's laughing. Your father's such a gentleman, and your mom's just like looking in here, and it's so funny. But your son is helping you with that music. You know that, so it's very inspired, as we know. Inspired means in spirit, and I love that music. So we heal in all different ways, and your music will be out there. And I want you to think big. I want you to think big, because your healing touch, whether it's through music or books or words, touch many and open many hearts. And I know that they're very much in the spirit world, believe in you and in your mission. And I got to say that, especially your father, I love his to you. And he's so proud. I just get an image, and then I'm going to move on. I get an image of candles being lit. And I got to say to you, I don't know why they give him this, but we light a candle, but it never goes out. That light never goes out. Okay? If you get inspired to do something with a candle for your book or for some music, whatever, do it. Don't force it, but see what happens with a candle. But the sense of the light never goes out. We light a candle, but it never goes out. It might appear it goes out in the physical, but it never goes out. It's weird. And there you go, my friend. I'll leave you with that.
Thank you. I'll forward you a link to one of the songs I did that's a spiritual song. It's about all the stuff we deal with.
You're a medium, aren't you, as well?
I think I have some of it. I haven't really worked on it as much as my dad, but I've had some stuff pop through, yeah.
I think if you developed it in the proper way, you'd be very, very good. You definitely have potential there, a big potential, and some big helpers. So yeah, but it's we all help in different ways. But I think you do excellent in mediumship. You really do, and you do it without even knowing it. When you talk to people in the organization, I think you really do. I think we're all mediums in our own right. And, yeah, it's just
manifests in different ways, I guess, at times, right?
Yes. Now, I'm sorry, I have to close by one more thing. Your mother, was she at the end of her life? Was it hard for her to walk around? Did she have bone pains and hard to walk? I can't walk.
Yeah, she was pretty immobile. She was in a wheelchair most of the time.
Okay. Because she's standing over like this, like she goes, she's trying to get through this information that she's able to run and be free, and she's not imprisoned by the body that held her back because she wants to express herself. She was, it's my turn now, and she said, I want to be free and express myself. So your mom's very healthy, and no, she doesn't miss the world. This world doesn't care less. She doesn't like it at all. And she's like this, and she said, no, you have it. I don't want it. I don't have it. And she has no more aches and pains, and has to take no more medications. This sort of a thing. She just wants to bring that through.
She was type 2 diabetic, and she was overweight, so all that stuff added up to not being able to be very mobile and not healthy.
She's happy to be out of that body, I'll tell you. She's just so happy to be out of the body. She said everybody should know how freeing it is. And she said it's like a dream world that's real. And she tells me that. So your loved ones are still loving you from here, she said. Okay, good. She was good night. And she waves like this.
Thank you, James.
All right, Mark. Leave it that.
How are we doing, Elizabeth? Do we have time for one more, or looks like we're getting close to 7?
I'd be more than happy to. It's okay with me.
Okay, I do have one more who's popped in front of me several times. So there's another lovely mom on here named Elizabeth. It's not you, Elizabeth Boisson. Elizabeth, could you please unmute?
Is it me?
Yes, it's you.
Hi, James. I've read some of your books. They were very helpful for me. Thank you.
Oh, good, sweetheart. Good, Elizabeth. And Elizabeth, where do you live, sweetheart?
Massachusetts.
Where?
North of Boston.
What neighborhood? I know it very well.
Oops.
Do you know Arlington? It's near Cambridge, right near Cambridge.
Okay, great. Okay. And who do you want to contact this evening?
My son.
And his name is?
Elliot.
How old is he when he passed?
10 months.
Okay. Can I just say that did you also have an aunt that passed over? Because there's a lady that brings him to me, and
who I called my aunt, who was more like my parents' best friend.
Like an auntie, or
yes.
I would prefer auntie. She's here. And she's bringing this boy. Now, he'd be older now, wouldn't he then? Would he be a bit older? 1 year old, 2 years old, or how old?
He would be 4 now, almost 5.
So the reason why I asked that is because we can't have any reference, of course, because of his age. But I just know this auntie lady that comes in, they're taking care of him. And also, I don't know why, but she's referring to your father. She wants to tell you about your father. So where is your daddy now?
Oh, he's alive.
Right now, is it a different country or city or far away?
Just different state.
Okay. Can you see him? Can you come together and see each other soon?
I'm supposed to see him in a few days. Mhm.
Good. Okay. I guess this thing from this auntie said say that. Now she's referring to Elliot, and she said he's learning everything here. And go on. He's a very well-mannered boy, if I could say that to you. He's well-mannered. Can I say that to you? And do you have dry flowers as a memorial for him and a space that you keep for him? I'll take it like an altar, but it's
Yeah, wow.
Incense. You burn incense, and you have I think there's religious or Buddha. There's some statue or something there. It's like an altar in a way.
It's above our fireplace mantle, and we planted a memorial tree for him, and I saved the dried leaves and I saved the dried flowers.
Fabulous. And was he cremated?
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. Now that sounds very weird that James likes that, but I like that. Now, why do I like that? Because I don't know, it's just a symbolic freeness there, and he's a wonderful. But was July significant for some reason? When was his birthday?
February. So and
February,
he died in January. So I'm not sure. I mean, July probably would have been a happy time for him, but
I don't know about July. Something about July. So I don't know what's significant about July, but then bring up July. This lady, the auntie, is talking about that. Go on. And your mother's still alive, isn't she, your mom?
Yes.
And could you please give love from this woman to her when you see your mother? Because I think they were very close, or they knew each other, and this connection.
Yeah, she was my mother's best friend.
Okay, because I know that she once talked about your mother, and she wants to give her love, and we used to share recipes, share ideas, we used to laugh for years, and I know that's very, very important. And I know that your mother must have had dreams of this lady, and I know that there's talk about perfume here. So I don't know if they shared a perfume, or your mother's had a sense of smelling some kind of perfume, but this lady is laughing she's laughing her head off. And can I just say that she saw your mother differently than anybody else, and they shared that with each other. And there's a sense there of isolation for both of them, but they weren't isolated in their world. I hope that makes sense to you, because it's interesting. I don't know if it's a relationship they're in, but they're very much that way. I want to talk about, did you bring any ashes to the ocean for your son?
No.
Was there any thought about going to the ocean at all, or for anything with water, with a memorial at all? And did you release balloons? Are there any balloons you released?
Okay. So, as part of a different bereaved parents group, we dropped flowers in like a river.
Okay.
But nothing to do with his ashes. I actually don't want to part with any of his ashes.
Okay. I'm also, but if not the balloons, you know those lanterns that you light the fire and it rises up, the lanterns. I don't know if you did that.
Oh, okay. No, we never did that. But what he might be thinking of is there's this wish paper. It's called wish paper, and you write a wish on it, and then you burn it, and it like flies up into the air.
That might be it. Because I mean, I know you saw a fire and something going up. So okay. He's a jolly guy. He's I see he's a soul. He's not the earth age, of course, but a very bright, smart guy. Elizabeth, how far away did this happen? How long ago did this happen?
He died in he would be about 4 years old now. So
about 4 years ago it happened. Okay.
2019. Sorry, I got so discombobulated. He died in 2019.
And is there a child afterwards from him that you had afterwards?
Yes.
Okay. And what is it, a girl?
Yes.
And what's her name?
Sylvie.
And the answer to your question is yes. Part of him is with her and in her. He said, my mom wants to know if part of me is there. Yes, I believe that a soul is not limited, and there's aspects of that same soul with her. And I do believe everything is a lesson here. But I know that he wants me to answer, and this lady's so happy, this auntie, that question has been answered to you, and you have to believe that it's aspects of his soul within her. And you'll look into her eyes and you see his. I know he was only 10 months, but there, if you will, Elizabeth, is this wisdom or this not knowingness that you'll see, that you'll know he's part of her. And so the answer is definitely yes. And she's a very creative girl, and she's really creative. I mean, creating all these things, I don't know, dancing or music or whatever she wants to play. And she plays with him, or she used to talk about him, and she sees him all the time. You know, he plays with her all the time. I've got to say that to you. How old is she? 2?
About 1 year, 1 year.
I was going to say 2, but I know that he plays with her. I know that as she gets older, she's going to be, she's very psychic. She's very open. And I would love for you to encourage that if you could. There's a book I wrote called Looking Beyond, and it's how to help children to develop that. And I think that she's a gift to you, as your son is, but you're going to grow in ways you don't expect, and she's going to be your teacher, as he is as well. But she's a teacher of yours. She's an old soul. She's a wise old soul, and I keep on getting to tell you, don't forget about yourself. Yeah, don't forget about your own soul's needs and nurture yourself. Please have compassion with yourself. It's a hard lesson losing a child. I think it's the hardest lesson in this earth life. I really do. But it's not your fault. It takes courage, and it takes a wise soul. And as I said before, the sacrifice builds compassion. And I know now it's a hard time, but I promise you and other parents here that later on you'll look back and say, wow, that's one of those incredible growing points of my life. And it is. And I do think, Elizabeth, that I think I know you last reading here, that in many ways, and I said this last time, that before we come back into this earth life, we sit with our teachers and our guides and our soul group, if you will, and we discuss what lessons we're going to learn, what we have to do, what we have to go through to learn certain aspects. And I do know that you and your boy and definitely connected and talked about those things. There are greater things happening for you in the future time than you know about, but I know that this will influence you in your life ahead. I know that. I know you're going to help a lot of people. There's going to be something you're going to do, and I don't know what form it's going to take. But anyway, and I want to say feathers. Please pay attention to feathers. That is also very much a sign. But right now might not mean anything, but later on, 2 or 3 years, feathers, because I know the boy wants to get feathers manifested in some way. So there you go. All right, sweetheart.
Thank you so much.
I want to put a smile on your face. And I don't know if you ever thought about going into medicine, but you are very gifted, and sciences would be very good for you. And I don't know if you ever had a calling for medicine. Did you ever have a calling for that world?
No, I'm
Science.
very much a humanities person.
You're a humanities person. Well, can I just say, maybe you're a healer. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised if you could do very easily scanning some of the body and seeing where the where the energy is and where it isn't. And I think you're very much that way. I think you're very clairvoyant, and I think if you could really help people healing with that, with energetic scanning. I see you could do that. And one more thing, don't limit yourself, honey. Don't limit yourself, and grow those gardens. Grow the gardens, please. I know you want to do a garden, not only a tree for your son, but it's a garden. Talk about a garden, and I know you want to do that. And I like morning glories. I don't know why I'm saying this to you, but I like morning glories. And I'm going to tell you, say the gardens. Do something with gardens. Okay, I'll leave it with that.
Thank you so much.
Elizabeth.
It was wonderful. And I just wanted to tell you that people are asking about the different books that you've mentioned. One is Growing Up in Heaven, and that's such a helpful book for parents to be able to know what their kids are doing on the other side. And then you were telling Elizabeth about another book that should.
Let's see if I can remember it. Hold on.
Is it The Power of Love? Is that the one that you're thinking of, or?
No, I wrote this with Doreen Virtue, this book, and it's helping heal with healing grief. I wrote a book called Healing Grief, of course. I'm just trying to remember the name of it here. How to heal a grieving heart.
How to Heal a Grieving
It's
Heart.
an excellent with the butterfly. How to Heal a Grieving Heart. Excellent book. A small book, and you can open to any page and listen to that. It's a very good book, and a lot of people have commented how it's helped them on the journey.
That's with Doreen Virtue.
Virtue, yes. And the other book I mentioned was Looking Beyond, and that might be on Amazon. Still, it was written a while back. But Looking Beyond is a parent's guide to helping their children to open up, to be more mindful about the world of sensing, if you will, intuition and so forth, and acknowledging what they see and feel, because as youngsters they're very open and they've just come from the spirit realm, so their perspective is very different, and we as parents can encourage them to keep that open and not close them down. See, so that's Looking Beyond is that book.
That's wonderful. Thank you for both of those books. And thank you so much for being with
Yes,
us.
thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you very much, everybody, and I hope it helps.
Those were beautiful validations. And I will see, hopefully as many people as possible can send me a write-up for our newsletter to elizabeth@helpingparentsheal.org. If you did get a validation, please send it to me. Sometimes we have people who send validations that they got who were not actually chosen, but they were piggybacking. And so they like to let us know that it was exactly the same as their own child, which is really fun. But anyway, thank you so much. We always ask everybody to unmute and say thank you as well. But I want to say
Yes.
happy holidays to you.
Yes, happy holidays. Thank you for being here.
Beautiful fur baby.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. Happy holidays to all of you, and have your loved ones around you the holidays. God bless.
Thanks so much.
Okay.
So everybody can unmute and say goodbye.
Yes, unmute, please unmute.
Thank you, James. Thank you, Elizabeth and Irene. And what a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much.
Everybody, thank you. It's great to
Thank
see you, James, to finally listen to you and meet you.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Bye, everybody.
Hello, Lisa.
Such a
Thank
blessing.
you.
Thank you.
So
Thank
beautiful.
you.
Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
Next week with Lisa. Lisa will be doing validation.
James.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank